Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel. Or welcome in case you're new, which can also happen. Today we are doing the weekly WIP and Chat, so grab up whatever it is you're working on, or do whatever you like to do. And yeah, work on a project, do some cleaning, whatever it is you do, while I, basically ramble along. I hope you all had a wonderful week, and that was a very great start. I am already spilling drills everywhere. That must have sounded really fun. So yeah, as I was saying before it went wrong, I hope you all had a wonderful week instead of a wonderful week. Yeah. But again, yeah, I hope you had a wonderful week and that you had some fun times. And yeah, basically my week was, as per usual, pretty uneventful, so yeah. But at least this week I came prepared. This afternoon I found myself some time and I prepared a little Dutch fun stuff. And yeah, don't know if you know, but well, yeah, you might guess it by the fact that I just said Dutch fun stuff. I am from the Netherlands, and yeah, we had, as in much bigger part of Europe, we had a couple of storms last week / this week. So yeah, we had wind, and surprisingly rain. So yeah, it was a pretty wet and windy week. So yeah, if you're also from the storm affected areas, did you blow away? Did your outdoor stuff get blown away? Or were you one of the unfortunate ones and did some of your house parts get blown away or anything like that? We were pretty lucky. We had some stuff blown away, but that was mostly because we ourselves were stupid enough to not take it inside at the time. So yeah, by Friday, our garden chairs flipped over. One chair fell over, the couch kinda thing flew over and rolled a few times, I think, by where it was. We also had a stack of chairs that was blown over, and even our grill got blown over. So yeah, hopefully that thing still works, but yeah, that was Friday evening. So yeah, by that time we already heard that the storm, of Sunday / Monday was underway. So by that time we were just like, you know what, we'll keep it in and just wait until next week or something to get it back out, because yeah, I don't want to take it out on Saturday to take it back in on Sunday, because yeah, no, too much work for me. My stomach already hurts enough with everything. Yeah, if you've been here before, you might know that I have an umbilical hernia, and I was debating on whether or not to have surgery about it, but last week I decided, also like a little bit of the input again from the surgeon, we decided that I decided that I wouldn't do it at this point in time, especially because, yeah, I have 2 small kids, and yeah, if it was necessary, I for sure made a way to fit it in, but at this point it's like, it's not too bad that I need to have it fixed. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Maybe we can postpone it at least for like 1 or 2 years. But yeah, yesterday I did stretch out and I hurt myself pretty bad. So it's hoping that it won't be too often that it's this awful, and that like if I start to do more, then it would be worse. Because I sometimes have the idea that, especially when I do a lot, that it's worse. So yes, it's now up to my body to see what it will do. And yeah, it's just a waiting game by now. Yeah, not fun, not fun. For the rest, didn't do much actually last week. I did organize some more. I organized the drawers we have in our bathroom, because I wanted to do that for a long time, but I never had the storage solution I wanted. Now we found one, so yeah. Need to get a bit more so I have more, well, space, and yeah. Then that's another thing done. I also made it a start on trying to basically get my husband's bum into action, because yeah, he is not always the quickest to do his list of chores, to call it like that. But yeah, I've been waiting long enough for him to start on our attic so that we could move on with it, making it our daughter's room so our son can get her room. So yeah, so I was in basically a cranky mood, and I just decided that if he won't start it, I will start it. Because that's basically how many of the things here in the house work. Don't know if your husband, boyfriend, wife, girlfriend, whatever, somebody you're living with is also like that, because yeah, sometimes it drives me absolutely batshit crazy. Because yeah, I get that when he is, well, when he was in the main Navy base here in the Netherlands, that's like literally the other side of the country. So I get it when he doesn't want to like work the entire weekend and need to have stuff done and all that, but he is in a place right now where he is home every day, so yeah, he has some more spare time, so it would be nice if he would do something in the house. But yeah, complained a lot to him, but still doesn't work. So yeah, if your other half, better half, worse half, whatever you want to call it, it's the same, do you have any suggestions what I can try? But yeah, most of the times I'll just be like, if he don't want to do it, I'll start it myself, and most of the times he'll pick it up. But yeah, I made a start this week, well, last Friday I believe, on the attic, and the thing we wanted to do turned out not to be possible, or not the way he wanted. So yeah, now I can wait for him to find a plan B. So yeah, also not fun. But yeah, that was basically everything that happened in my entire week. Because for the rest is just the basics. Taking care of the kids, taking care of the household, making sure I don't go more crazy than I already am. And yeah. I'm crazy enough as is, so yeah. Yeah, let's see how long I've been rambling on for now. 10 minutes, it's going okay. But yeah. I don't know if I said it already or if I just thought about it, but yeah, I decided to, well, prepare something today. So I made a list that, well, consists of many other people's lists about the top theme parks, attraction parks, whatever you want to call them, and zoos in the Netherlands. So I'll start with the theme parks. If I've been there, I can give you my opinion on them, but I basically have not been in every one, so I can't speak out of experience for all of them, but hey, I'll try. But I thought it might be fun that if you're ever planning to visit the Netherlands and you are a fan of theme parks, or well, attraction parks, or whatever you want to call them, you're a fan of those, that you might have an idea that what we have here in the Netherlands. I am going to speak now about the bigger versions, because you also have like a lot smaller ones, and yeah, it would be quite an impossible list to do like all the theme parks from the Netherlands. I also don't have all the big ones because there is more, and I'll guess if you just Google on theme parks or attraction parks in the Netherlands, you'll find enough, and most likely many of them will be the same as what I have here. So I am also not going to place pictures in there because yeah, many places are known for many things, and otherwise I am just going to make a slideshow of everything. So if you want to know more about something, you can always ask. If there are plenty of questions, I might do a, well, more explanatory video on either one or two or whatever kind of videos, but I'm just going to keep it with the basics, like what they are, what I think about them if I've been there, and yeah, basically what they're famous for. So first of all, this is, I think, the most known theme park in the entire Netherlands, and that one is the Efteling. The Efteling is fairy tale based. Most of them will have a fairy tale or something like it connected to them. Fairy tales, magic, fairies, that kind of stuff. They also have 2 hotels and 2 holiday parks, sorry. I know for sure the Efteling Hotel and Bosrijk are the hotel and the holiday park that is completely themed to certain fairy tales and stuff. The other 2 that belong to Efteling, I don't know for sure, because I saw that there were 4. I just known about 2. I never stayed there. I actually think it would be really fun to do once the kids are a little bit older, so about the age where our son doesn't need to take a nap anymore. so that you can just stroll around the entire day if you want. But yeah, it's actually one of the oldest theme parks in the entire world. It opened in on May 11th on 1951. So it's quite a big and old park by now. Especially old. Obviously, the stuff that they have has been modified quite a few times, so I don't think they have like anything or much from like the original opening left. And after they opened a year later, they opened the Sprookjesbos, the fairy tale forest. And if I'm remembering correctly, that was on May 31st of 1952. And that is a part where it is, as it's saying, pretty much forested. It's pretty much a really big forest, and there you have all fairy tale characters. So yeah, that's a thing that can keep you busy for like an entire day by itself. It's pretty known. It's mostly for like the real little kids. But yeah, it's fun to visit. And then you have like the main like attraction park is also very much fairy tale themed. And yeah, really beautiful. I've been there a load of times. You have a couple of roller coasters. I know they have one where it's basically like a race. You can either choose, I believe, red or blue side where you want to sit. And then, well, yeah, basically the roller coaster competes. So yeah, that's fun. Been on that one once, and it was one where you don't know if you want to scream or laugh, so you do both. That was really a really strange experience. But it was fun. Yeah. You also have a thing that's basically like Dutch version of It's a Small World from Disney World. And it also has an equally annoying jingle. If you want to know it, I'm not going to sing it because it gets stuck in my head for the next couple of months. Now, months is luckily exaggerated. I'm going to need to get different wax. Hold on for just a second. And I'm back. But yeah, as I was saying, if you want to have one of those songs stuck in your head, most likely there will be even like a full-on tune, if not a complete ride-through of that attraction. The name of it is Carnaval Festival, and it is, as I said, in the Efteling. And it has a really annoying thing, and it's also like, I believe it's the same principle as It's a Small World, where you see like all the basically stereotypical things of different countries. And all the little figurines are standing there with waving hands, blinking eyes, and that's about it. It is fun, but it's a really annoying tune. But still it's fun. And yeah, there are loads and loads and loads of really famous attractions from it. So yeah, if you want to have a full-on Efteling video with like what my favorite things are or whatever, let me know. If there are enough people that want to know, I'll make another video about that, so why not? But because I have enough planned for today, I am not going to keep rambling on about the Efteling much longer, because yeah, it's a fun one. For sure, if you want to visit a theme park and you want something kind of the same as regular ones, but still very different, Efteling's one to go. Then as the next one, I have Madurodam, which is a miniature city. So every building, well, almost every building, there are things where you can go inside, but the things where you can look at, let's say it like that, are all tiny versions of basically Dutch attractions, or however you want to call it. So yeah, they have basically made the Netherlands small. I've been there once, and I need to say it was pretty fun. It was, I think by now, almost 20 years ago I went there, so I don't know if it's still like this, or what they changed by now. But when I visited, they had like some stuff where you could pay like a few, I believe 50 cents or euro or something like it, in these basically vending machines. And there, I know one was like a clockmaker's workshop, and when you put, I believe, in like a euro or something in it, there you hear like noise of the workers making clocks, and at the end of it, there was a truck driving up, a pair of these like porcelain, like typically Dutch Delft blue clocks dropped on the truck. Then it drove towards you, and well, obviously when it was at yours, you could grab it out. There was one of like a candy making factory, and there was like one of these celebration mini kind of version thingies driving up to you, and all like little fun stuff like that. But I don't know how much of it still is done. So it was fun. I for sure would like to visit it. Words. Again, but hey. If you know me, you know me. But yeah, it's fun. I for sure want to go there again. So maybe when the kids are a bit older. Because it's for me at basically the opposite side of the country, as is most on the list, so it's not that we go there for just 1 or 2 hours. And at this point I don't want to travel too long with the kids, and yeah. It's a whole something. But yeah. Next on my list I have Walibi, which is Walibi Holland. Well, yeah, you most likely know the franchise. Walibi, I believe it earlier on was called Six Flags, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they're basically known for their roller coasters. I actually never been there before because I am not the biggest fan of roller coasters, so I am not one to go to a theme park for roller coasters. Maybe if the kids are older and they like them, hey, I'm all in. I want to go with them. Somebody needs to hold the bags. I'll be one of those moms. I'll be the bag mom. But yeah. They also are, at least here, quite famous for their Halloween Fright Nights. Don't know if they do that in other countries, so basically you roam around through the park and there are actors trying to scare the living daylight out of you. So it's basically Halloween Fright Night. What else? Next on my list of theme parks slash attraction parks is Attractiepark Slagharen. That is a cowboy and Indian slash Wild West kind of theme park. And yeah, I actually never been there. And I also don't know much about it, but in basically every list I saw come by when I tried to research it, it was pretty high on the list. So yeah. Then we have one that is actually pretty close to me. It's not the closest to me anymore, but when I lived at my parents, it was pretty close to me. When I first went to live on my own, it was like half an hour drive max. No, I don't even think that. 20 minutes? Well, at least something in that direction. 20-30 minutes away from me was Toverland. And if you translate it, it is Magic Land. So you can guess it is magic inspired, or at least mostly. They do have an outdoor theme park part and they also have an indoor part. And for the fact that it's so close to me, I've never been there. So yeah, it's not like a really extremely old park. I don't know exactly how old it is, but I believe it's one of those ages where like once it started to getting a little bit bigger, it was one where I didn't go to with schools anymore. And if you can choose to go somewhere, like that's basically it. If you need to pay like a pretty decent amount to get somewhere in, you're more likely to go to the Efteling. Even though that's already... what year I've been there? 2015, I believe. So that's by this time 6.5 years ago, because it wasn't winter time. So yeah, it's a pretty decent time ago, but yeah. Toverland, I've never been there, so. And then last on the list, also one I have never visited, is Duinrel. As far as I understood, it is also a attraction park, but it is also a water park. And it is what it's the most famous for their Tiki Butt, which is their water attraction park kinda thingy. And yeah, that's basically all I know about it. Yeah, and their mascot is a big green frog. And that's basically all I know about it, but it's on my list to someday go to, but we'll see if it ever happens. And then I need to check up on my time because, yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. It's half an hour. We'll see how far we get along, otherwise it might be Zeus Part 2. Yes, it is out of the way. Move this a bit down. And actually, of the list of zoos, I have been to most of them. Because, yeah, I like to watch animals. And also my kids like that, so, yeah, they don't have it from a stranger. So, yeah, that will most likely be a thing that we will be doing more often. But, yeah, enough of the rambling. I'll try to get through it in a somewhat decent fashion. First up on the list is Avifauna. It is basically a bird themed park. needed to say it like that, otherwise it comes out as a birthday of a birth theme or whatever. But like birds. So yeah, they have mostly, if not only, birds. So that's basically where they're famous for, their birds. And yeah, they also have some bird shows. So yeah, basically you can see some birds fly there in more than just their, well, I don't want to say cages because it's not like tiny cages or something. They're habitats. But some of the birds just need more interaction. And yeah, what better way to use it than feeding time, playtime, and showing off time. Been there, and I need to say it was pretty beautiful. For sure on my list to go again. Then another one that actually is like 10-15 minutes away from me is Gaia Zoo. And it's a really, really pretty zoo. It also won multiple awards. And I believe they have like a flock of flamingos that is biggest in Europe, if not the world. I believe they have about 400, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they have a lot of flamingos. Oop, forgot some. But yeah, it is really beautiful. They also have an indoor play area, which is completely dinosaur themed. It's also appropriately called the Dino Dome. So yeah, it's on the list to go to with the kids, but yeah, we know how everything works at the moment, don't we? So yeah, next on the list is Apenhul. And in Dutch, apen are monkeys. So you guessed what the theme of that one is, don't ya? If you guessed monkeys, you guessed correctly. This is basically a monkey-only park. Where they have a specific area where you actually only have monkeys that are completely free roaming, so you can like actually interact with the monkeys. And I know of somebody, I believe it was my cousin, but I'm not very sure. He was actually eating a banana in that part of the park. And you might know where this is going, or you might guess where this is going. Some cheeky little monkey stole his banana. Shoo, yeah, that's how close they can get. They can come and steal your stuff. Don't know which kind of monkeys are the ones you can interact with, but yeah, they can just roam around freely and get into mischief if they want. I've been multiple times that I was like, oh, we're in the area, let's go. But always when I am in the area of Apenhul, it is closed for the season. So yeah, never been there. Again, on the list, never been. But yeah, they have also other monkeys that are a little bit less friendly, so you're not going to walk around in their space, but you can still look at them. So yeah, they have a mixture, at least as far as I know, they have a mixture of like habitats and just really big enclosures where you can basically walk into their enclosures instead of looking in their enclosures. So yeah, I think it's a fun one. And then bit on the same idea as in being you can go in between-ish is Safari Park Beekse Bergen, which is a safari theme park. If you go there by car, you can drive a certain part of the park. You can actually drive in with your own car. So yeah, you can guess whether there was going with it like going into their habitats. Of course, you need to be smart and stay inside your car, obviously. But yeah, you can go into their enclosure. If you're there with like public transportation, words, then they also have like the buses and stuff from the park itself, so you can still go in between there. And I believe I also read that there were like special boat safaris, but I'm actually not very sure about that because I know I've been there 2 or 3 times, but it is like 20 some years ago, if not longer, so yeah, my memory is a bit fuzzy on some stuff. So no, I don't know for sure. Yeah, as always, you can just check out like on Google and find it out yourself if you're interested in going there. So yeah. And next on my list, this is a pretty new park. It is Wildlands something, or Wildlands Adventures, I believe, Emmen. So it's located in the place Emmen. It is new-ish, but it's new because it moved locations. It was an older zoo, but they built like basically a complete new one where they have like themed, let's call it like that, environmental parts. You have like one that's like completely polar expedition style. So that's where you have the polar bears and the penguins and stuff like that. You have like a desert kind of theme and jungle and all that fun stuff. And they also have a, as far as I understood and remember, because I have been there, it was a beautiful park. Yeah, we didn't have kids at the time, so I didn't look too big at the indoor play area, but I believe it was called Yucatan, what I saw a little bit ago. So it's a bit like, yeah, the Inca, Mayan kind of themed, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it was basically like a big indoor playground, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, we've looked at it and that's about it, basically. Because, yeah, that was before we had kids. I believe not long before it, but I believe like a year or so before, but doesn't matter. Still, we didn't have one. But yeah, the zoo itself, it was amazing. It was beautifully made. It was absolutely beautiful. But I think it was like 2016 when we've been there. I believe it was at that point open for like 1 or 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Could be a little bit longer, but at least they were fully moved. But some stuff wasn't completely done, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, it was beautifully done. It was really amazing. So yeah, for sure I would like to go again. Then next on the list is Ouwehands Dierenpark. As far as I saw, it is the only one in the Netherlands that has a couple as in a pair of giant pandas, like the black and white Kung Fu kind of version. So yeah, I can't say out of the top of my head if I've been there, because I've been to so many zoos. At some point you don't know which one you've been and which one you don't. So, but I don't believe I've been there. But except for the pandas, they are also known for their regular bears, because they have a part called in Dutch the Berenbos, which is translated to the bear forest, where they well, how do I translate it? Where they house, let's call it like that, bears that have a troubled past, so that the bears can still live as bears, have a good life, and still have visitors look at them, but obviously at a safe distance. But so the bears don't need to be put down because there were, like, I don't know, circus bears or something. Don't know the complete backstory of it, but as far as I could see, yeah, they have bears with a bad history. But still, as long as the bears don't attack their caregivers without a reason, they still should have a normal life. And this way they are held in captivity, to call it like that, but still are allowed to live a happy life. And that's what's really important. Because yeah, there are many species of animals that are extinct or almost extinct, and it's good that we're still able to see them and learn about them by the way of a zoo. As long as the zoo keeps in mind the natural habitat for as much as possible, if it's possible, because yeah, lions are not quite fit for the Dutch environment, but they still thrive as long as, yeah, their needs are being met. So as long as they can try to do it as good for the animal as possible, I don't have an issue with it. But yeah, then we come to Berger's Zoo, which is a zoo that is over 100 years old already. They also have like the royal stamp of approval, so the official completely name is Koninklijke Berger Zoo, which means Royal Burgers Zoo. And they try, as I believe also, also wildlands and by now many others, they try to mimic as much as possible of the natural habitat of the animal. And yeah, it obviously is in a way that it's safe for both animal and people. But it is a beautiful place also. I've been there like a couple of years ago. I think it's by now already like 8-9 years ago, because it was the first time my husband and I planned to go somewhere. We did a weekend in the area up there, and yeah, we went to Berger Zoo. But they're also known for their aquarium, because that thing is huge. It's huge, but beautiful. But yeah, it's big. Big is not an understatement. It's huge. Yeah, I believe, as I've seen on TV somewhere, they they are one of the zoos that participate in a show. I actually don't know what it's called, but I know that Gaia and Wildlands are also on there, and I believe also Avifauna. But they show you a bit like how, yeah, the regular day-to-day life in a zoo goes. So like, yeah. But I believe I saw on there that they also have like basically like a breeding program for certain species of fish and stuff in the aquarium. So that was fun to see. I don't know how that show is called, but it basically lets you show like, yeah, the ins and outs of running a zoo. Like what kind of stuff comes along with moving the animals from like one zoo to another to make sure the gene pool is good, and yeah, all the health checkups and stuff like that. And then lastly, we have Natura Artis Magistra, which is basically known as Artis. It is a zoo in the center of Amsterdam. So yeah, if you basically go to Amsterdam and not much else, you can still visit a zoo. It is the oldest zoo in the Netherlands. It opened its door in 1838. So yeah. Obviously by now it has had a load of modernizations. So again, it's a bit better for the animal and not only good for the person that visits. But yeah, I actually never been there. But yeah, I have also just been in Amsterdam for 2 times in my life, so yeah, not much opportunity to go there. But yeah, that is my list, and I'm also almost done with my section today, so I've been rambling quite long enough, I think. Otherwise I wouldn't have finished my complete section. So let's see how far I made it today. Yeah, it's also already 50 minutes, or almost 50 minutes. So yeah, I'll grab my last color and then let you go. But today we can finish the section together. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think of videos like this, where I talk like about things you can do in the Netherlands? Because I'm already thinking of next places I can talk about. Dutch famous people, Dutch board games. Is there anything else, like typically Dutch, you want to know? I have done a few typically Dutch things, so if you want to know more and you're new to the channel, you might want to check out my other WIP and Chats. You can watch in the playlist I've made, and yeah, most of the times somewhere in the title is Dutch, for instance Dutch food. So yeah, they might hopefully be somewhat easier to spot. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section below what you think. What did you think? Are there things you would like to see next? Are there things you want to know more about? And yeah. Oop, I see a drill stuck on the container. Back in with your friends. But yeah, again, I hope you liked this video. If you did, well, you know the drill. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye!